But I guarantee you, there wasn't a time when they were out there on the field that they weren't giving their best effort and trying their best to make something happen. These are the returning guys from last year's team. They were part of the team that kind of put, and Kent as well, part of the team that kind of put Westlake on the map, baseball-wise. And I know overall they may not have had the season they wanted, but if you look at the big picture, they played their hearts out and they did the best. They did it. Like I said, they put Westlake baseball on the map. First is Mac Bilski. Mac played right field for us this year. Mac was came off the bench for us last year. Came in this year, knew his role was going to be a little bit different. More was going to be needed from him. He ended up having an outstanding season. He had one home run, a grand slam against Brecksville. That was the highlight. Definitely one of the highlights of my first year coaching, the way he ran around the bases at about 100 miles an hour. And I tried to slow him down, and then I think he cruised right off the field into the parking lot. So that was a cool experience. And Mac was the leading base stealer with 13 stolen bases as well. Mac was one of the few guys I just gave the green light to. Said, Mac, you do what you got to do, and if you've seen him on the bases, he's very fast, very fast. Next to him is Matt Leonard. Matt was our shortstop last year, and our shortstop this year is kind of the anchor of the infield. He also this year had to be asked upon to be our ace of the pitching staff, meaning that every time he pitched, pretty much he was going against another team's #1, and that's a tough task. Beginning of the year, we didn't give him much offensive support. But what I like about Matt is he's a gamer, he's competitive. He, no matter what, he never really complained about it. You could tell, go out there and get that next inning. Next to him is Jamie Lackner. Jamie was our first baseman. He batted 4th for us for the second year. He kind of is the anchor. Him and Danny next to each other. Those guys have probably been batting 3 and 4, or 2 and 3, or 4 and 5 for probably the last 10 years. Every coach that gets the two of them on the same team has to be pretty excited. And I was when I saw that they would be coming back. And then next to him finally is Danny Strodbeck. Danny was our center fielder and our pitcher. He suffered a little bit of an arm injury early this year, but bounced back and had really got caught fire at the end of the game. If anybody saw him hitting at the end of the year, he really caught fire. Had about 3 or 4 doubles in the last 2 games. So these guys here, like I told Jamie and Danny, I know they didn't have the season offensively that they may have wanted to. I told them their summer coach is going to be really happy because I know that they're both really good hitters and that they're going to get hits for him this summer, and their college coaches as well. So this is Matt, Jamie, and Danny. And before I sit down, I was remiss earlier. Usually Mr. Cipollone has Coach Scheiben go first, so then everything I forget to say, I can hear him say it, like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that. We had 2 people on our team, all conference honorable mention, and that was Mac Bilski and Andrew Kettle. So if you guys could stand up, you guys are honorable mention, all conference. I have a certificate for you. Was remiss for getting my folder, so congratulations, guys. Oh yeah. One last group of people. Connor's not here, is he? Connor Evans.